Okay, guys, so good Saturday morning and welcome back to Jinka Java. Hopefully, we can get through this. I was playing some music on guitar and on flute, and I just didn't sound right. It was just one of those mornings, which is apropos because today I wanted to begin with by talking about YouTube itself and vlogging in itself and my experiences and what I have learned from vloggers who are much more popular than I am. And partly in response to a recent Stefan Molyneux video where he was talking about YouTube and the pressure. And what can I say about any of that? Actually, it was just on the 4th of July, I was out having a couple of beers with an Australian friend. But on the way back, I ran into a very notorious YouTuber. And then I won't name him, but he was involved in this whole scandal last winter or whatever. But that's all ancient history now. But he does have something like 1 million subscribers, and he speaks Vietnamese, and I'm thinking I really need to speak that. But then seeing him and interacting with him, I know that we're from a much different cloth, and that I must find my way in a very different sense. There's this dream I have where I could just upload videos every day, and that's sort of the wish and the goal. And I think that if you do that, and that's what YouTube now recommends, is that you have to upload a new video every day, and there's certainly enough to talk about. And you know, being a teacher and managing my time well, I can certainly find the time for it. However, there is kind of a I don't know what the cost is, the feeling. There's like an expenditure of emotions, you know. It's sort of like talking into a mirror, you know, or it's not like that at all, really, because there's no sense of privacy. It's like you're expending your ideas, and a little slip up can get you in a lot of trouble, as I've encountered before. And it's we're living in a very dark time where people aren't able to express themselves openly. So I feel quite a bit of trepidation doing this every time I do it, even if I'm just talking about something like music or lotus flowers or whatever. So those are just a few of my opening thoughts on YouTubing. But then also I wanted to kind of give my own encouragement to anyone out there who has ever thought of doing it. And just sort of kind of walk through the process that happens, where it's like you might see something interesting, or we do this all the time, is what or I don't know if you're like me, I shouldn't speak, that's solipsistic, but I'm saying, like, I am always in the habit of monologues. You know, you see something in the news, or you witness something in public, or something happens to you, and you talk through it in your own head. And that's really, it's sort of like, it's a step removed from that to be in therapy where you're talking to some stranger, where they only would have to report, say, criminal things or whatever. It's not like a total confessional. Then maybe you've got the confessional, and then maybe you've got the soapbox that is being online. And I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, so I've been watching YouTube regularly for, you know, at least a decade before I even made my own video. And I even made a couple of videos a few years ago, actually, but it was like so much work, I thought, just went into one that I just didn't want to do it anymore. You know, I've never been that tech savvy with editing or anything like that. But often I would hear, like, I was a big reader of The Onion. You know, I lived in Madison briefly when I was a teenager, so we all read The Onion. And it was like, they were always making fun of YouTubers, and you would see just some really dull stuff. And I don't know, I had no idea that there was such a, it felt like an underground or whatever. It was sort of exposed for me in 2016, where the only YouTube I had watched really was old VHS tapes that had been transcribed, or stuff to do with like 80s, 90s era retro video games, or Rubik's Cubes or stuff like that. That was the stuff I was into for all the YouTube I would watch, or old TV series or whatever. But I never got into just watching YouTubers until around the great red-pilled summer of 2016, which I will keep bringing up again and again, and which people keep doing. And I just saw someone had posted on the Styx page some country song about what happened about Hillary Clinton, and people are still talking about her as if she has relevance or anything, and it's just reliving all those old things, which means it is about time for me to do a review of Shattered. Shattered was a really good book, and it's already July. I can't believe how fast the year is going. So again, my plan, my dream, and what I hope to do is to make videos every day, because I know that works. The more you put them up, the more viewers you get. And then secondly, I'm going to tag on to these current events as much as I can, because really it seems like every day there's so much news, and my perspective is so much different than a lot of the voices I'm hearing, whether they're on the right or on the left. I try to find my unique way, and that's a beautiful thing about collecting so much information, collecting so much data, and forming your own opinions. So I want to get more into that. And also I want to talk more about spirituality. Like right behind me, I've got this Buddhist flag. So I'm going to do a quick video about that next. And if I can get my fingers to work, I'm going to do some music later. But I just want to thank all of you for tuning in. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, because I need some momentum. I want to start doing this every day, and I need some encouragement. But no matter what, even if you only see me sporadically, I'm going to be here for a long time. So we have so much to talk about, and we'll get right on to the next thing right here, right away.